Why aren't more men talking about their pelvic floor? That's the question at the center of a growing conversation in medicine right now. Many men don't even know they have a pelvic floor, the sling of muscles, ligaments, and nerves at the base of the torso that supports the bladder, bowels, and reproductive organs. When it becomes too lax or too tight, it can cause incontinence, sexual dysfunction, and pain in the scrotum, rectum, or groin. Dr. Chad Woodard learned this the hard way. In his early 30s, while training for an Ironman triathlon, he began experiencing pelvic pain and erectile dysfunction, but never connected it to his hours of cycling. Dr. Woodard, now an assistant professor of physical therapy at Hunter College, had already been practicing for several years when a urologist asked whether he treated men for pelvic floor dysfunction. That question sent him looking into a topic barely covered in most physical therapy training programs. Pelvic floor treatment simply isn't taught in depth in most PT programs, so he sought out continuing education coursework in pelvic care and discovered in the process that he himself was suffering from pelvic floor dysfunction. After successfully treating his own condition with the exercises he was learning, he dedicated his practice to helping other men. More than a decade later, he says treatment lets his patients live their lives again. Women's pelvic floor health has seen a surge of attention in recent years, driven by health advocates, social media activism, and a growing cottage industry of telehealth companies and products. Men's pelvic floor health, by contrast, is still often overlooked by medical providers. Some estimates suggest as many as 1 in 6 men may suffer from a pelvic floor disorder, yet many have never even heard the term. Part of the problem is that these conditions are easy to misdiagnose. Incontinence, erectile dysfunction, and chronic pain can masquerade as many other conditions, including prostate infections, sexually transmitted infections, and even cancer, according to Dr. Amin Haraitai, an assistant professor of urology at Johns Hopkins Medicine. Still, there are signs of progress, thanks in part to a deeper understanding of women's pelvic health. In April, the American Urological Association released new guidelines urging medical providers to be more aware of pelvic floor dysfunction in men and to routinely refer patients to pelvic floor physical therapists when needed. A small but growing body of research is now illuminating just how common these issues are among men, and offering evidence for how effective physical therapy can be. As one urologist put it, men still place so much of their self-worth around their pelvis, which may be part of why these issues have stayed so quiet for so long. But with new clinical guidelines now in place and more providers paying attention, that appears to be starting to change. That's the story for now. Thanks for listening.